City and Sevilla, but I'll have the the split screen on here with some of the updates on the goals as well. So, yeah, I'll keep you up to date on all the scores, guys. So I will. Don't you worry. Now, I think we have YouTube set and ready to go. Yep, we're back on YouTube as well. So yeah, we've got the new background over on YouTube. Anyone wants to check it out, head over and check it out. It's the World Cup background, the one we're going. I've got a couple of World Cup backgrounds. Well, they're basically the same, but just different kind of color schemes, ready to go. So I said we test it out tonight. Get the scoreboards going, the timers. Now I haven't put the players on the pitch or anything, but yeah, I'm really happy with it. Cost me 60 quid as well, actually, to get it done. Chris says City are going to win 4-0. Yeah, who's next for United? Sheriff last week. Cowboys or Indians? We're playing Real Sociedad tomorrow, and we need to win by 2 goals to top the group. And obviously, given the fact that you know, all of the Champions League teams are going to be dropping down out of the, you know, down into the round of 32. So it's kind of important that you finish in the, you know, top of the group and go straight into the last 16. So, are all tonight's groups decided? Anything to play for in any of the games? I'll check now, Patrick, and let's have a look. CC. Group E, AC Milan, Salzburg, and Chelsea. AC Milan and Salzburg is one that's up for, you know, qualification. There is only a point between both of them. Chelsea are top of that group. They're on 10 points. AC Milan are on 7. And Salzburg are on 6. And Milan and Salzburg are playing each other. So that is one that is potentially up for grabs there. Let's have a look. Group E, Group F. Yeah, that's pretty much done and dusted. Celtic, Shakhtar Donetsk are gone. Leipzig and Real Madrid go through. Group G then we have, which is this one. Now, Man City could end up in second place tonight if they lose and Borussia Dortmund beat Copenhagen by more than 5 goals, which I don't see happening. So City, Borussia Dortmund basically going through there. There's too much of a goal difference between Dortmund and Sevilla. What else have we got then? Is that the last of them? That's G. No, we have Group H here as well. I think Group H is pretty much wrapped up as well. PSG and Benfica go through there, and Juventus and Maccabi Haifa drop out. So there's 1 or 2 spots still up for grabs. Let's see. Evan says, I think Man United will beat Sociedad tomorrow. Not by much though. Yeah, well, that's what I mean. I mean, if we're looking at the tomorrow night's, it's not even tomorrow night, like, which is really annoying. It's the early fixture again. We're 5:45. So I'm going to be doing the live watch along tomorrow for the United game anyway, guys. We're going to be live from 5:15. The green screen is glitching, says Eddie. Yeah, we're no green screen tonight. No point putting the Man United. Well, I can put it on if you want. If I still can. I don't know if I still can. No, I don't think I can, but there's no point putting the Man United green screen on and we're watching Manchester City, really, is there? But yeah. Has the grass grown at Old Trafford, or is the green screen broken? The green screen is getting a rest tonight. So yeah, but I mean, look, if we're looking at the league table, or sorry, the group table for United tomorrow night, Like, we're 3 points off of Sociedad. Goal difference is, there's 3 in it. So, obviously, if we win 2-0, they'll drop by 2 and we'll increase by 2. So that will be 8-7, you know. So we need to win by 2 goals, basically, to top the group tomorrow. So, yeah. I'm going to get the timer up and running here as well, guys. So if anyone is watching on YouTube, or sorry, on TikTok, and you do want to watch on YouTube, we've got the scoreboard and the timer and everything over there, the full experience. If you want to go check it out, link is on my homepage. We're live over there, United Community Channel. Yeah. Let's see. Aaron says, nice hat, man. Sociedad going to park the bus, says Chris. They will look like Atletico Madrid. Milan need to win by 3 or 4, he says as well. Aaron says, I need City to win by -2 and have Juve +1. Who do you have make your green screen, says Chris. So Sevilla got in early there with a strike over the bar. But yeah, my green screens, I get them done on an app called Fiverr. And Fiverr is basically, freelance things like that. Like, you can get green screens made, you can get thumbnails made, you can, you know, basically anything. You can have people create a Discord group for you, set up a YouTube channel for you, all of these kind of online things. So, yeah, that's where I got it made. Paul is in. Good to see you, Paul. Make sure you hit a like on the video as well, guys. Anybody watching on YouTube, take a second, hit the thumbs up button for me. Obviously, it helps out the channel an awful lot. And anybody watching on TikTok, tap that screen. We're nearly at 15,000 likes already. Let's try get to... we're nearly at 1,500 likes. But let's try get to 10,000 likes. Can't show the game, unfortunately, guys. Jube says, will you turn down the collar if City lead? I will. Jimmy says, hi, do you think the bus will get parked tonight? I mean, it's hard to know. Here's Man City in the box already. Strike. Oh, just over the bar by Cole, is it? Palmer. Sorry, Cole Palmer. But City haven't got an overly strong team out. Let me give you the starting lineup here. It's, let me see. Ortega in goal. Stefan Ortega in goal. Luis Diaz, Laporte and Gomez. At the back then, there's Cole Palmer, never heard of him before, Ilkay Gundogan and Phil Foden as a 3 in the middle, and the 3 up front then is Mahrez, Alvarez and Grealish. And City then, they haven't got an awful lot on the bench either. Silva, De Bruyne, Rodri, Cancelo, Ake, Stones, Carson, Ederson. By a lot, I mean numbers wise. Sevilla have 3 more substitutes named on the bench than City do. So City are resting a lot of players, you know. Why can't you show the match, says Eamon? Because if one person reports it, then my whole channel gets shut down for copyright. So Adam is in, says Matt clapped out. Jesus Christ, you hate Scott McTominay, boy. Yeah, look, I think he's muck as well, to be quite honest with you. I mean, like, he had that nice little spell of games at the start of the season when Casemiro came in and you know, it just kind of fucking lit a fire up his arse, really, to think, right, geez, if I don't up my game here and gone out with this team. Now, it was inevitable that fucking Casemiro was going to come in ahead of him. But what a difference Casemiro is after making, you know. To be honest with you, I mean, when McTominay, you know, his standard is dirt. But, look, his passion and his desire, you know, you could say, okay, no problem. I mean, he's a squad player at best, you know, and I have no problem with him being a squad player and playing in Carabao Cup games and shit like that, you know what I mean? So, Smithwicks tonight, says Chris. Absolutely not. I done the watch along Sunday, and I was telling you I was out Saturday night, had some Smithwicks with the wife. And when the United game was over Sunday, got a text off a few of my mates. They were going out as well. So I went out again Sunday night and drank about 7 or 8 pints of Guinness. So I was dying again on Monday. Cottle says, Modern Warfare 2 gameplay and Champions League watch-alongs were spoiled for choice here. I'm telling you, this is the greatest YouTube channel you'll get. Champions League football and Modern Warfare 2. You just don't get better than that. Chris says, may I buy Call of Duty tonight? Do, man. Do. And add me and I'll play with you. You can come on the stream some night. Cottle says the background looks clean. Yeah, I'm delighted with it now, I have to say. I'm happy with it. It's yeah, it looks clean. Looks clean now, I have to say. Paul says, seen a bit of your Call of Duty stream. What do you think of the game and FIFA? What do you think of that? Look, if you were, I like both, but if you were to ask me which one do I prefer, I was always more of Call of Duty. Always more Call of Duty than anything else. I love Call of Duty, and this Modern Warfare 2 is probably the best. It's probably the best Call of Duty game, I think. It's just a personal opinion. I think it's probably the best one since probably Black Ops 2, maybe. Or maybe Black Ops 3. That was decent as well. It's certainly Black Ops 2. It's quality. It really is. Like playing, I'm playing a bit of the campaign today as well. Just sitting around playing it, and it's the storyline is very good, and the graphics are quality and all of that. And even the multiplayer, it's to be honest, I struggle to play. I've struggled to find a map that I didn't like on it, really, to be quite honest with you. So yeah, I'm happy out with it. McMuffin just makes awful decisions, says Chris. Chelsea game, for example. Yeah, absolutely, he does. Look, I've no problem with McTominay being a squad player, but like, if we're going to get maybe 4 seasons out of Casemiro, in 2 years' time, we're going to need to buy another top class CDM. You know what I mean? Because we can't go back to McTominay. You know, so yeah. So Man City have a corner here. You'd be expecting City really to get the job done tonight as well, but too close to the goalkeeper. Paul says multiplayer or solo. Well, like I'm playing a bit of team deathmatch now, but obviously once Warzone comes out, I'll be playing Warzone as well. Now that's a different kettle of fish altogether. Warzone is a lot harder, obviously, than team deathmatch. Like team deathmatch, obviously you're respawning all the time and all of that kind of stuff. Whereas with Warzone, you have to be very tactical and not be too gung-ho in it. You know what I mean? What part of Kilkenny are you from? Kilkenny City. And Am says Manchester is blue. It certainly is at the moment. Nothing lasts forever though. Chris says we need a better squad players. Yeah, look, that'll come. That'll come, because usually what'll happen is, like, the more you improve your squad, the more rotation you can do, the better the squad becomes, and the better kind of atmosphere around the club in relation to, you know, players being on it. Like, look at Man City, for example. Like, Man City have, you know, basically they could field 2 teams every week. So they're happy to be involved in the culture and the fact that they're winning all the time and all of that. You know, lads don't mind sitting on the bench and playing 1 in every 2 games or 1 in every 3 games, you know. And that comes with results, and that comes with, you know, bulking up the squad, you know, improving players that are already there, buying new players, all of that kind of stuff. But that does take time. It does take time. See, you're 10 years building this, you know, so Chris says our levels drop so much when Fred and McMuffin come on. And Paul says there's a lot of dead wood at the club we need to get rid of, then improve first team. Yeah, I agree, but look, that'll happen, you know. And I think I think this board and obviously the manager are happy for that. And if players dig their heels in, which they're well entitled to do, and see out their contracts, then let them, because, that's down to the old board, and it's down to, obviously, our current owners allowing that to happen. And if we don't allow that to happen for future signings, then over the course of the next 3 or 4 years, the players that won't leave, that we try and sell, if they don't want to leave, then eventually their contracts will just run down and they'll go on a free, so they'll be gone anyway. So it'll take a bit of time. Evan says, saw you walking through Kilkenny on Sunday with your mates. We drove past going to Dublin from Clara. Good to see you, Evan. Well, I didn't see you. You saw me, so say hello to me the next time. Say, hey, Jack, I love the channel. And I'll go, cheers. Let's open a... Now, I suppose, the fact that we have the World Cup background on the YouTube at the moment, let's open a World Cup sticker pack. Let's get a sticker pack opened up here. See what we can pull. Let's see what we can pull here. Let's see what we get. Alright, we start off with an England player. Right back, centre back, Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker. Tunisia next. Kazri. Wabi Kazri. Haven't heard of him before, but... Senegal, we've got Ismail Assar. Ecuador next. Estupinan. I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing any of these right, but I don't really know any of these players. And last but not least, we've got a Dutch player, Donnell Malen. So there we go. Let's maybe open one more. I don't open them all in the one go, but Kazri is good, to be fair, says Donica. Kazri ex-Sunderland, poor ball knowledge. Lad, why would I know anything to do with Sunderland? You know what I mean? I wish they beat City today. Much love from Oslo and Norway, says Kapiri. Appreciate it. Estupian is Brighton, poor ball knowledge. Lads, poor ball knowledge. Look, United. You know what I mean? Respect the hustle, G, says user. Malin is class on FIFA, says Evan. I've heard of Malin before, alright. I'm not sure where he plays, though. I can't really remember where he plays. So, yeah, we have a big box of FIFA. Actually, you know what we'll do? Because we done this the last night. Give me a number. And now, there's a bit of a delay on YouTube, obviously. But anyone on TikTok, give me a number between 1 and 20. First one I see, I'll pull it. We'll do a count. 18, right? Evan is in first. Hey, geez, you're really making me work for this, aren't you, Evan? Between 1 and 20, 18, right? Look. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Here we go. Where in Ireland are you from? I'm from Kilkenny, user. Oh, I see a shiny one already. You mightn't have done too bad for yourself, Evan. I see a shiny one. Oh, we got no. Is that number 1? Oh, number 2. We got number 2. Not a bad start. Number 2. So the shiny FIFA World Cup sticker. Oh, I see another shiny next. So we've got a French player. Here we go. Jules Koundé. Not a bad footballer, he ain't. Jules Koundé. We've got the national emblem of Japan. This isn't a bad pack. We've got an Argentinian player so far. Or next is Alejandro Gomez. Alejandro Gomez. And finally, and I've got this one already, so this is we've got Felipe Coutinho. But I've got him already in my book, so there we go. That wasn't a bad pack. Couple of shinies, number 2. And a couple of swaps then as well, because I've got 1 or 2 of them already, I think. So yeah, 0-0 here so far, guys. Give you an update on the rest of the scores here. Let's have a look. AC Milan are 1 up on Salzburg, so AC Milan are looking good to qualify out of that group. Chelsea are losing 1-0 to Dynamo Zagreb. That is interesting now. Let's have a look at that league table. So AC Milan are now level on points, and there's only 2 in the difference in relation to goal difference. And if Chelsea were to concede another one, and AC Milan were to score another one, it could get very squeaky there for Chelsea, finishing top. So that's interesting. What else have we got here? Dortmund and Copenhagen is 0-0. This game, obviously, that we're watching, City is 0-0. PSG are 1-0 up on Juventus after 15 minutes. Kylian Mbappe with a goal there. And yeah, 0-0 between Benfica and Maccabi Haifa. So interesting. Anyone interested in the championship goals there? Rotherham are gone 1-0 up on Burnley. Cardiff 1 up on Watford. And that's it at the moment. So yeah. On Boers, says user. On the Blues. On the Blues. Is this your full-time job, says user? It certainly isn't. It certainly isn't. Maybe someday, if you all keep watching and liking and sharing and following. Hit the follow button, by the way, if you're new here. We do daily Manchester United content. We do all of the watch-alongs for Manchester United throughout the season. And we're doing a lot of the World Cup watch-alongs once the World Cup starts as well. So make sure you hit the follow button if you're new. Mr. Magic says Chelsea have gone through anyway. Yeah, they've gone through, but obviously finishing top of the group and finishing second in the group, you know, can be more beneficial. Obviously, finishing top, you know, in terms of who you get in the draw. You know, Donegal says Juventus are very poor. They're absolutely terrible. They only have 3 points in that group so far. So, yeah, they've been really bad this season. Really bad. Oh, I can put the background on, for anyone wondering. Oh, there you go. There's the background back. There you go. What channel is the match on? It's on BT Sports, Kenneth. That's what I'm watching it on anyway. Chris says Juve has Pogba curse. Yeah, and Pogba's missing the World Cup now as well, Chris. I won't really say I'm disappointed, to be quite honest with you. I'm happy he's gone from our club, and yeah. Here's Foden now down the left hand side with Grealish. Oh, gets it back to Foden. That's lovely play. Gets to the goalkeeper's hands in the end. What time are we going live tomorrow, says Aaron? We are going live from 5:15 tomorrow, Aaron. Twigs says lovely background. Yeah, this is going to be the World Cup background now, Twigs. So, happy days. Looking forward to it. Yeah. Donegal says 7th in Serie A, Juventus. Yeah. Yeah. And he says Chelsea are guaranteed top. Anyway, it's not goal difference, it's head to head. Okay. Okay, there we go. There we go. Prediction for United match tomorrow, says Kenneth. I think United will win. Although, I mean, English teams don't have the greatest of records in Spain, I have to say. And United are definitely one of them teams. So, but look, new manager, playing well at the moment, grinding out results. So, I do think we can get the victory. I'm going to be ever the optimist for Man United, obviously as a fan. And I'm going to go 2-0 to Manchester United. Wayne says, are you going fishing? Yeah, just after I go to an Oasis gig. Donica says 2-1 win, but Sociedad will be tough. They will be tough. They will be tough. Certainly will. Oh, what a strike. Oh, not far away. Maybe we could buy Vjalovic if Juve don't qualify, says Chris. To be an option. I'm sure there's going to be... Well, see, look, it all depends on how Juve finish the season. I can't really see him, given the fact that they're playing so poorly at the moment, I can't see them selling any of their main players in January. So, but if they don't qualify for the Champions League next year, then you could have a fire sale there. You'd never know. Yeah, says Ronaldo or Messi. I have to go with Ronaldo. I just have to. And not because I'm a Man United fan. I used to say Messi. But I have to give credit to Ronaldo doing it in different leagues. You know, doing it in Spain, doing it in England, doing it in Italy. You know, you just have to give him credit. And highest goal scorer in the history of the game. Now, that may not be the case in another 5 years' time by the time, you know, Messi retires. But I do certainly... I'd have to say Ronaldo. Let me know what you think, Ronaldo or Messi. Let us know in the group, in the chat. Paul says we could buy Pogba back again for 90 million. Yeah, and then let him go on a free the following year again. Give him a 1-year deal and let him go on the free. Fucking prick. Twice he done that to us. No, Chris says not funny. Ronaldo's top, says Chris. Yeah, I struggle not to go with Ronaldo at the moment. And look, I'm open to change as well. Like, I could, you know, in another couple of years, you could be, you know, when Messi finishes it, because obviously Messi is younger than Ronaldo. Oh, a header at the back post for Sevilla, nearly scored. But yeah, I mean, look, it's I'm not going to say that. I'm always going to say Ronaldo because I love Messi. He's kind of been anonymous since he left Barcelona and went to PSG. But I mean, I certainly do think that he I think he's going to go back to Real Madrid or to Barcelona next year. I just have a feeling that Barca will bring him back. I really do. And if they do, that kind of love and all of that kind of the romance around it would be back again. You know what I mean? Around Messi in particular. Donica says, I love Ronaldo, but Messi is the best I've ever seen. And Stephen says, I see all the United protests have disappeared because of a few wins. No, they haven't disappeared, Stephen. They go on before every home game. And I think I don't think there's any now before the World Cup. But they certainly haven't disappeared. You have to do your research now, Stephen, before you put in stupid comments like that. See, you're keeping the ball at ease here, really. Chris says, was Messi the best player at Barca? I think having Iniesta, Xavi, let Messi be free. Absolutely, I agree with you, Chris. And the way the likes of Guardiola and you know, like the way Guardiola set up his teams just played into Messi's hands so well as well. You know what I mean? My hand is fucking see-through nearly. You know, so look, I still do think Messi is the one of the greatest players ever, but I think at the moment I'm going to say Ronaldo, just for the fact that he's done it in so many leagues. Serious question though, which was the worst buy for United, Pogba or Maguire? Fuck. Do you know what? I'm gonna say Paul Pogba was a worse signing for United than Maguire. And my reasoning behind it is that as poor as Maguire has played for United, he has had some good, like he had a very good season for Solskjaer, first year with Solskjaer, and then obviously last year wasn't good and this and that, blah, blah, blah. But the one thing I would say about Harry Maguire is he has been the utmost professional. He's been so professional, you know, and never came out and give out about all of the criticism he was getting. Took it on the chin, just kept his head down, you know, tried to improve. I don't think he's good enough for Manchester United, but he's always tried to improve and, you know, not let the critics get to him and all that. He's always been professional. Paul Pogba hasn't always been professional for Manchester United. And for that reason, I'm going to say Pogba was a worse signing than Maguire. Kurt says, do you like Haaland? I mean, no, I don't, because he's a City player, but it's hard not to appreciate how good he is. Let's put it that way. Carl says, what do you think of Villa's new manager? Good evening. Good evening. He's a good manager. I think he got a raw deal at Arsenal that time, but he is a good manager. Gundogan is in, hits the side netting. Lasty says Pogba was some dope. Yeah, he was. He was a dope. Do you want a midfielder or a striker, says Chris. I think we need a striker more so than anything else. I think that midfield that United have at the moment is it's quality. It is quality, you have to say. You know, now there's not we're by no means a finished article, but I do obviously think we need another midfielder because, you know, I would like to bring in someone of the quality that, you know, Eriksen has or Bruno has or Casemiro has to add depth to the midfield. But I do think that we need a striker quicker than we need a midfielder, you know. So for United, I think a striker has to be the priority, you know, obviously because Ronaldo will be gone in the summer at the latest, if not in January. So, and obviously Martial can't keep himself fit. Now, hopefully he can get over these injuries, because these injuries have been different injuries, you know, for Martial. So it's not recurring. It's not a recurring issue. It's just he's been, I don't know if he's been unlucky or he hasn't looked after himself enough, or I don't know what the case is. So I think a striker has to be a priority. But I do think we're still a bit short in midfield as well. Carl says, good luck for Sunday's game. You too, Carl. You too. I think Villa, obviously with a new manager, and any team with a new manager, really, you know, it's not a nice time to be playing them because everyone is fighting for their place under the new manager. Going to be a good game on Sunday against Villa. Yeah, it is. Donica says, who would you go for? Tony. Yeah, I mean, Tony's an option. And I mean, we have to be realistic in this. Like, I would love an Nkunku, and I would love an Osman, and I would love I think probably our best option is to go for an Ivan Toney or a Cody Gakpo. And Cody Gakpo is someone who's been linked with us an awful lot lately. So now I know he's been playing on, he has primarily been a wide forward, but by all accounts he can play as a striker, and he's been playing that way a lot this season with PSV under Ruud van Nistelrooy. And who better to be coaching you as a striker than Ruud van Nistelrooy, So yeah. Carol says, will you be live Sunday? I certainly will, Carol. We'll be live for the watch along. Hit the follow button and hit the bell notification. You'll get notified once I go live on Sunday. You'll be able to watch along with us. We'll be doing the game. So you're more than welcome. Paul says, the midfield is creating a lot of chances, but we don't have a striker to convert. Absolutely agree. Alex says, do you get paid off of YouTube? Very little. Alex, I've just recently monetized the channel. So, very small amounts. Now, I do have things like, 1-0 to Sevilla. Lovely header. Lovely header from a corner. And that's poor defending out of Man City. And he gets up like a salmon, so he does. And back across the goal, he heads it. And into the side netting. And the keeper is stranded. The keeper doesn't even move. Let's have a look at it here again now, if they'll ever show the bloody replay. So, outswinger. And it's just a big deep. He has loads of space. Who's that marking him at the back? One of the young lads, I think. Jesus, he's left an acres of space. Just gets up and heads it back across the goal into the side netting. 1-0 to Sevilla. Who scored? The scorer was... let me check that for you now. What's his name? Rafa Mia scored. So the score is 1-0 to Sevilla, guys. Carol says, we got you on Thursday too. Yeah, I was supposed to go to that game, Carol, but I couldn't make it, so I had to sell the tickets. But, yeah, we've got you back to back. My team viewer, Deadly says, will Man U ever win the Prem again? Of course they will. Of course they will. How long it's going to be, that's the question, but of course they will. It took Liverpool 31 years to do it. I don't think it'll take Man United that long. For 10 years now at this stage. But, I don't think it'll be that long. I think we can win it in the next 3 to 5. All going well if we keep improving, keep on the trajectory that Ten Hag has us going on. Then, yeah. Donica says, not convinced about Gakpo. Too similar to Martial, Rashford, but I won't complain if we get him. And Football Sports says, nice hat. Yeah, I have a top as well. It's actually upstairs, United Community Channel top as well. But anyway, Alex, back to your question. Do I get paid off of YouTube? Very small amounts. You get some AdSense. But we do have things like... there is things like super chats available now on the lives as well, so people can put in super chats, you can put in super stickers, you can put thanks and donate and things like that. And we've got membership as well on the YouTube channel now. You can check it out down below. There's 3 different tiers. You get some extra content, and I'm going to be putting up the first member-only video next week, and I'm going to be doing... I'm debating whether I'm going to do just player profiles or player scouts, to scout players for, the transfer window coming up, and do kind of scouting reports and things like that. But I'll let you know. So yeah, if anyone is interested in becoming a member of the YouTube channel, you can check it out below. Chris says we need a central striker. I think we need to buy both Toney and Gakpo. Gakpo in January, Toney and Antonio Silva in the summer. Paul says next season, yeah. And says maybe we can buy Neves if Wolves get relegated. And Dennis says goal. Happy days. And where's the membership? Yeah, so the membership is down below, Chris. I think you can click on it, or if you just click on the United Community Channel homepage, you can join as a member there. There's 3 different tiers, so whichever one you want to go with. My son wants to know, who's your favourite midfielder at Manchester United? My favourite midfielder is Casemiro at the moment. I think he's fantastic. I think he's just after he's the defensive midfielder that United have needed now for wow, Jesus, 3 years I'd say. So it's just, yeah, Casemiro. Although I do love Eriksen as well, and Bruno. I have to say Bruno's a bit frustrating, but I'd have to say Casemiro. Michael says David De Gea is on your best players, saving you. Is one of your best players, saving you big time. Yeah, he is. But you know, name me a team that has won anything with a bad goalkeeper. You just can't do it, you know. So I'm delighted with De Gea. He's been quite good this season, not only in his shot stopping, which we know he's unbelievable at, but his distribution has got very good as well. You know, so all good there. Can I get a shout out for my brother Jack? It's his birthday. Happy birthday! I don't know what age you are, but happy birthday. Yeah, congratulations on making it this far. Michael says, as a Liverpool supporter, David De Gea is your best player by a mile. I would disagree with that. I don't think he's our best player. You know, Martinez has been unbelievable at the back. Casemiro, you know, even the likes of Delors and Luke Shaw have been unreal. Varane, I mean, that whole back four and De Gea, back five, I think have just been brilliant. Davey Rice says, are you selling the merch? Well, if people are interested in merch, I certainly can sell it. If I have any interest in it, I can look into it, guys. You let me know. I will be happy to sell some merch if you want. Obviously, it'll help the channel out. Trish says, I don't see the link for membership or for subscription on YouTube. Let me have a check, Chris, and I'll see. I'll have a look myself. Can't check it at the moment, Chris, because I'm using my phone. Let me see. Yeah, so Chris, if you click on my homepage, you'll see a join at the top. Yeah. So if you click on the United Community Channel homepage, you should be able to see the join button at the top, or you can click on membership as well. Yeah, go check it out. I'm going to be updating it continuously. I'm just kind of trying to learn how to do it as well at the moment, but yeah, we've got 3 different memberships. It's $2.99, $4.99, and $9.99, and you get, obviously, the higher it goes, the more you get, you know. Michael says, question these a lot, man. It's clowns going to celebrate 2-1 win. Look back, last 5-6 seasons beating ye. What? Don't know what you mean, Michael. With United beating ye? Well, we're obviously been the better team this season, so, you know, you've been the best team. You've been better than us for the last 3 or 4 seasons at least. But, you know, you have to eat that humble pie every now and again and just admit that United have been better so far this season. We'll see what happens at the end. Guinness says, what about Liverpool last night? What about them? Evan says, is it just me that forgets Hazard plays for Real Madrid? Yeah, he's a bit anonymous, really, isn't he? City coming forward here. Oh, they're in the box. Keeper's in no man's land. drilled in. Sevilla are going to clear their lines though. Is there a match on, and what can you watch it on? Yeah, so I'm watching City and Sevilla at the moment. Danny, it's on BT Sports. Guinness says that's it. Well, you bet Napoli 2-0. Well done. You also bet City 1-0 and then went and lost to Nottingham Forest and Leeds in consecutive weeks. So I wouldn't get too carried away. Bum bum. I see the dollar sign on the right hand side of the comments box. It should be in that box also, bud. Says Paul. Appreciate it, guys. No pressure though. No pressure at all. What do you think of Maguire versus West Ham? I thought Maguire versus West Ham, I thought he was... Guinness says, we beat the most informed team in Europe. Yeah, but they're playing Serie A, Guinness, you fool. You know what I mean? If you put them into the Premier League, would they be the most informed team in the league? No, they wouldn't. So, you know what I mean? Bit of perspective, man. Bit of perspective. Anyway, Maguire versus West Ham. I thought he was very good in the second half. I thought the first half he done a couple of his... Here's Grealish now. Oh, great block. First half he was a bit Harry Maguire like. He got sucked out a couple of times, and only for Martinez was smart enough to be sweeping up and covering for him. You know, West Ham could have easily been in. But I think second half he done a lot better. He won an awful lot of headers, which was really good because West Ham were pumping long balls a lot later the game went on. I thought he kept his shape a lot better. And he won a couple of good tackles, you know. And his distribution was decent enough as well. He started to play the ball out of the defence a lot quicker. You know, where before we've seen him, you know, he just trots out with the ball, gets inside the opposition's half, then stops, turns around and comes back. Whereas when he got on the ball in the second half against West Ham, he just got on the ball and passed it out into midfield more than anything. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I thought he was good. And like I said, like I'll criticise a player, rightly so, if they've been poor. But, you know, if they've been good, I'll give them praise as well. You know, it was the same with McTominay. You know, and you get you get these Liverpool fans, you know, there's plenty of them in the chat here now, you know, going, ye thought Bruno Fernandes was deadly when he first signed and now you're calling him shit. I said, yeah, that's because he was deadly when he first signed and now he is shit. And if he's deadly in the future, we'll say he's deadly in the future again. You know, so, you know, some of these fans are just so stupid. You're literally just commentating on how a player is performing in this moment, you know. Nah, but ye said that, you know, when he first signed he was deadly. And now you all hate him. I said, well, we don't hate him. We're just saying he has a bad game. He's not playing well, you know. So, yeah. That's how it works, really, isn't it? I mean, look at all the Liverpool fans now. Half of them are calling for Klopp to be sacked and for all of the players to be sold. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. But anyway, let's see what people are saying here. He beat the most informed team in Europe. Man United says, do you support an Irish team? I don't really. I like watching the League of Ireland when it's on. I can't say I watch it an awful lot. But I like Cork City because I went to college there and myself and one of my mates used to go to a lot of the games while we were in college down there. So I do like Cork City. So I'd probably say them, yeah. Keep smashing the like button for us as well, guys. If you haven't already done so, hit the thumbs up button for me. Helps the channel out a lot. And as you all know, Arjuan is in. Good to see you. Hello, bro. Big fan. Appreciate it, pal. Chris says, maybe I have to do it from my computer. Paul says, man, the Liverpool fans are the worst for that. Cancel the season, or if they win, the season starts now. Liam says, thoughts on Gakpo? I think he's quality. I have to say, I mean, his stats don't lie. I thought it was gonna burst into a Shakira song there. Stats don't lie. I'm starting to feel it, man. Let me see. Gakpo stats. Let's have a look here. Cody Gakpo stats. I mean, he's been banging in goals this season, I think. Let me see. Yeah, this season, 22 games so far this season with 13 goals and 16 assists. I mean, that's unbelievable. You know what I mean? That is unbelievable. It really is. So, yeah, I mean, look. And, it's itching me head. So yeah, I'd be delighted with Gakpo, to be honest with you. Young, hungry player. You know, Ten Hag likes young boys. But yeah, I'd be happy with him. I really would. Evan says if Maguire gets a run of good games, he will get a confidence boost, which will help him. Yeah, look, I mean, I'm all for... Look, I don't think Maguire is going to be anything more than a backup now. Oh, here's the ball to the back post. Nah. Oh, strike. Wide. But I don't think Maguire is going to be anything more than a backup anymore if Varane and Martinez are fit. And I think he'll play some of the lesser teams, you know, some of the Carabao Cup games, you know, maybe, you know, whatever it is, you know. But he's not, like, Harry Maguire is not a bad backup to have. You know what I mean? He's not a bad backup to have. I don't want him starting every game, absolutely not. But I'd be happy to have him as a backup. I really would. Arjuan is liked and subscribed. Appreciate it, pal. Haaland got injured without me knowing. Yeah, he got injured before the game last week, I think. Since you are a United fan, you must be supporting Sevilla, right? Of course. Twig says, that was a bit odd, Jack. I doubt Ten Hag likes youngsters in that sense. Yubbot says, thoughts on Eriksen? I mean, he's silky smooth, isn't he? He really is silky smooth. He's after kind of knitting that whole midfield together. And his ball progression is brilliant. His eye for a pass is brilliant. And I think... I mean, look, Eriksen played in the first two games, didn't he? Against Brighton and Brentford that we lost. And, you know, obviously we went on a run then after that. But I think since Casemiro is after coming into the team, it's after giving the likes of Eriksen and Bruno that little bit of more freedom for them to, you know, push on and not have to worry about the defensive side of the game as much. So, yeah, I've been delighted with Eriksen and Casemiro and Bruno as well, to be honest with you, I have to say. So half time, guys, 0-0. And 1-0 to Sevilla. I do apologise. And it's been an okay first half. It hasn't been overly exciting now or anything like that, but yeah. Arjuan says Mbappe PayPal scored against Juventus. Twig says, yeah, Eriksen is slightly better than Bruno because of his playmaking and experience. Well, yeah, I won't disagree with that either. How much did Bruno cost? How much did Bruno cost? Let's have a look here and see. Bruno cost Manchester United 55 million pounds. 55 million pounds Bruno cost. which, I mean, it's not that bad in today's market, really. Really isn't. Ten Hag is like Sigurdsson. He likes shutting up. Easy now. Easy. Didn't finish that sentence. What's the score, says CM? It's 1-0 to Sevilla, CM. Arjuan says, I'm a City fan and I'm clearly upset here. You don't know Mbappe, PayPal, aka the owner of PSG. He has the run of the show over there in Paris anyway. He certainly does. But yeah, I mean, look, let's have a look at halftime scores here. In the Champions League. So halftime, AC Milan 1-0 up against Salzburg. Chelsea have turned it around and are now 2-1 up on Dynamo Zagreb. So they're basically through. Well, they're through anyway, I think. Real Madrid and Celtic, yeah, that's already over. They beat them 5-1. Copenhagen and Borussia Dortmund is 1-1. PSG have equalised, Juventus have equalised against PSG, and Maccabi Haifa and Benfica are both 1-1 as well. Chris, I see your message there as well come through on Instagram. I can't check it at the moment on York, but look, once I finish with this live stream, I'll try and sort it out. I don't know what the issue is with it, but it should be available. I don't know why it isn't. But yeah, I'll see can I get it sorted. But I appreciate it, pal. Man United said, did you say 5-1 to Real Madrid? Yeah, they beat Celtic 5-1. So they did. Now, let's see what people are saying here. Twigs. I can't read that out, man. Arjun says, Ten Hag is not treating Ronaldo well. I disagree. Manager has to be in charge, and Ronaldo hasn't been really effective. I have a new bag of potatoes, actually. I want to get him. Just wait here 1 sec. Dale is in. Good to see you, bud. Back in a second, guys. Now, you're probably not going to be able to see these at all. Jeez, that bag is open. Alright, have a second bag. Because of the green screen. But meanies. Oh, meanies. These are unreal. Anyone like a meanie? No? Oh, they're quality. I don't know how to show you on YouTube, guys, because of the green screen. But they're unreal. Meanies are Tato's. Yeah, see. Tato make them. So Tato is the brand. And meanies are just a type of Tato. I don't know how to show you on YouTube without the green screen. Del says meanies are god tier. They are. Now, I'm going to throw a curveball at you here. 2 slices of Brennan's bread, Kerrygold butter, and a packet of meanies in between them. Now that's a game changer. Absolute game changer. Jenat says, eating Ritter Sport Peppermint myself. I've never heard of them. These are pickled onion flavour. They're absolutely... I'm actually going to go and get a second bag once these are done now. 80 says top level crisps. Absolutely. Meanies are mid, says Man United. Don't know about that. Dale says... Now Chris says you're killing me with these snacks. And Dale says, and Banshee buns. Yeah, Banshee buns are decent. I don't think they're as good as meanies though. They tend to just dissolve too much. Disappear in your mouth. Potato are the goat. They are. I don't know if you can get them everywhere in the world though. Like any time I've been in England now, I've rarely seen them. I haven't been looking for them, right? But Chris says, if I send you one, would you do the 1 chip challenge? Absolutely not. No way, man. No way. I do like a bit of spice. I like it a little spicy. Hot. But nah, that's too much for me. No way. What was it, Carolina Reaper? Oh, fuck that, man. That'd be too much. That would just be too much. Evan says, been home a day and already missing potatoes, can't lie. And Janat says, I posted that Man U reaction on your Liverpool video on YouTube. Say that again, Janat. So you reposted my video to your follow. I can't, just let me know. We'll see you in. What's your views, says Chapel? Well, look, they've been creating the majority of the chances here, you'd have to say. But end product has been letting them down, you know. Dante is in and says, never heard of meanies until now. I'm American, living in America, US. Yeah, they're absolute, Dante, they're absolute quality. They really are. If you like pickled onion flavour, you will absolutely love them. Try and get your hands on them. I don't know if you can buy them online or anything like that, but they're quality. They're quality. I've actually got some chocolate left too. I've got some Twirl Bites. Looks like I'm going to be going for a run in the morning. But these are chocolate now, for anyone that's new. Dante, if you're new. I'm sweating sting cheese and onion potatoes. Chris, I did it. It's miserable. I am Thai and love spice. Come on, it was already in there. Opinions on King Chris. Ugh, they're fucking rotten. I think the reason why I don't like King Crisps is because Um, I think the reason I don't like King Crisps is because I ate a load of them at one stage when I was younger. And like, I had like Christmas dinner, you know, in my grandparents' house after dinner. Just ate like 6 or 7 bags and got sick. So I've never liked them since. Jenna says there was a video of a bunch of Man U fan reactions on YouTube where I was one of them. Oh, cool, cool. Yeah, send us the link, man. DM it to me on Instagram. I'll take a look at it. Leon says, is there a match on? Yeah, see, you're playing Sevilla in Champions League, so just on for a chat, Leon. Is it raining in Kilkenny? It's on and off all day, but it's really, really windy. Yeah, it's gale force winds. Yeah, Chris sent you the reply there. That's the one. That's them. Now you'll have Teos, Hunky Dories, and Meanies. Gonna have to run a marathon. Oh, they're too good though. They're too good. Right, let's open another. Another World Cup sticker pack. I'm gonna take the number off of YouTube this time. So get your numbers in on YouTube. First one that comes up is the one I'll pull. There's a bit of a delay for anyone on TikTok, so I'm just going to have to wait until the numbers actually come true. I'm going to take off that box, actually. Right, Paul says number 4. Here we go, Paul. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. Let's see who we can get. Be great to get Ronaldo or in a Messi or even an Mbappe, wouldn't it? Let's see. I really shouldn't be opening these sticker packs after eating in a packet of Meanies. Chris says it's 32 degrees Celsius here today. Happy November. Jeez, I need to move to Florida. Fucking hell. Right, here we go. Oh! We only mentioned them. Fuck me. There you go. There he is. Kylian Mbappe. We got him. Is that worth any money now? I don't know. Like, anyone watching here now can tell me if that's worth money. I don't know. Anyway, on to the next ones. Berezinski for Poland. We've got Adekube from Canada. Oh, we've got another World Cup shiny. It's KSA number 2. And then we've got Palestri. There we go. Palestri, Manchester United player. For Uruguay. There we go. I think that's the first Manchester United player I've actually got. So happy days. But Mbappe is the big one. We're going to have to hang on to that. So, by hang on to it, do you mean obviously not put it into the sticker album? Yeah? I don't know if it's worth that. Maybe it's not worth that. It might be worth something in 20 years, but I don't know. Anyway, on the back of that, we'll open the second pack before the second half starts here. Here's Tellez coming on now for... I'm going to pick a random one this time. So I am. Here we go. But let me get my earphones back in here so I can put the... Oh, a bun. You never told me there was buns. And it's warm. That's what you get married for, really, isn't it? Like, homemade warm buns, or as maybe people in America call it cupcakes, maybe, is it? I don't know. But either way, let's pause opening the next pack to eat this bun. Thoughts on Ryan Giggs? As a footballer and a Manchester United player, absolute legend. As a human being, probably not the best person in the world. Harry says, Sancho or Anthony, who do you prefer? Well, Anthony at the moment is playing a lot better than Sancho. So, yeah. That's a muffin, says Chris. There we go, a muffin. Or yeah. So, this is how I eat mine, right? So, obviously, that's the lid. The mushroom tip. I always turn it upside down and take the soft end out of it. Oh, that's the warm part. Oh, my God. My wife does make unbelievable buns, in fairness to her. Unbelievable. Smash a like on the video. They're unbelievable. So, ASMR here. Unreal. See, you've come out fast here. We're putting a lot of pressure on straight away. Saw a TT video where a supercomputer has calculated that Argentina will beat Portugal in the World Cup final. Lot of bollocks. Jenna. That was the case. They done that for the last one. I think the predictions were way off. Are you streaming on YouTube? I am, Leon. We're live on YouTube. Link is on my homepage, United Community Channel. We're over there and we've got the new World Cup background. So it's not this Man United one that you see on TikTok. We've got the new World Cup one. I'm testing it out tonight. New background. So anyone watching, if you want to check it out, link is on my homepage. We're live on YouTube as well, United Community Channel. So, right. Everyone here is talking about icing on top of it. Right? What we do is we don't overcomplicate things with our buns or muffins, what you call them, with the top. What we do is we just take a load of them. Twirl bites, Cadbury's chocolate, melt it, and put it on top. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. So, you know, what flavour, says Chris? They're just plain. They're just plain. Bun review. How's the taste and how's the texture? So taste, yeah, very good taste. I've got to say, soft, fluffy, light. You know, melts in the mouth. So yeah, absolutely there. Texture, you know, texture is good. The undercarriage is soft. It's fluffy, whereas the top is crunchy, crusty. Absolutely. Let's give it a score. .4. 8.4. Massive score. Massive score. Massive score. Chris says, what's plain so it tastes like bread? Hold on, I'll get the wife. One sec. One sec. So, some of the American viewers are watching, right? And they've been, so they're muffins to them. And they asked what flavour, and I said it's just plain. Well, what is it? What flavour is it then? Tell the lads here. Look, just talk into the microphone. You can tell them.
It's like a Materia, so it's like vanilla.
It's vanilla.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what do you put in it? Eggs, sugar, flour, vanilla, and margarine or butter. There we go. So it's Villa. It's vanilla. It's Villa. So it's vanilla. Yeah, sorry. I just call it plain because it's the only one I've ever had. So yeah, it's vanilla. Vanilla, vanilla, vanilla. So happy days, yeah. Troy says you're my favourite TikToker. I appreciate it, Troy. Thanks a lot, pal. And that England will lose in the semi, says Janat. Alright, well that mightn't be too far off either. Fresh cream is the only job, says Tony. And Leon says, thoughts on Mark Goldbridge? I like it. I like the United stand, I have to say. Their content is very good, you have to say. It's professional, it's the job. You know what I mean? And obviously he's built it from the ground up. I have to take a break from it sometimes because it does tend to be overly negative. You know, well, not overly negative, but focusing on the negatives. When there are positives there that could easily be focused on as well. You know what I mean? So, but I do like it, I have to say. Tastes like another one. It does, Paul. I would go out there and she has about 12 or 15 of them out there. I would literally eat all of them in the one go. So I would. These hats have my head all itchy. Right, Chris says, go on, look up crumble cookies. Right, let's have a look here. Crumble cookies. Images. Ooh, I would like them now, yeah. I would like them. Crumble cookies, they look lovely. Here, sit, you're in, and it's 1-1. Lewis. Yo. His first ever start. Gets the goal on his debut, Lewis. So it's 1-1. Let's see what it was like now. I'll get... He's only 17. He's after scoring in the Champions League. He covers his mouth. Shocked. Gundogan is on the ball in the middle of the park. Plays it through. Oh, Sevilla don't clear their lines. There's a lovely little slip ball in and he just buries it near post. High near post. Keeper can't stop it. Decent goal. Decent goal. Janat says Middlesbrough won yesterday. And Edie says put on the match. No, I won't. Because I like keeping my TikTok channel. Yeah, them crumble cookies look nice, Chris. My friend has a cookie business, has his own cookie business called the Cookie Co-op. He sells them nationwide throughout Ireland. So yeah, he's flying it. Twig says, remember us when you're a famous bun review channel. Reviewing buns on a beach. Maybe Carrick will take some deadwood, says Chris. And he says, I'm going to get some merch made. Do, man. It's something I will do in the future, maybe. If the channel grows and if people want merch, it's something I'll do. I'll set up a Shopify store or something like that. But yeah, long way to go before then, I think. Just keep watching, keep subscribing, keep liking, keep commenting, keep sharing. Tell your friends. Tell your friends. Jenna, Carrick now manager for Middlesbrough. He is, yeah, and they did win on the weekend. So, look, I think Carrick is going to be a good manager. I have a feeling. He has a 100% win rate with Manchester United manager. So, he's the only person in history ever to have that. We have a bun man that goes door to door in Tipperary there, Dainty. That's some job, ain't it? What's your job? I'm a door to door bun man. Oh man, that's the dream. That's the dream, isn't it? This is really the United Bun Muffin channel. Bun, yes, it's the United Community Bun FIFA Call of Duty community channel. Chris says, I used to be brand manager for Kelm. Oh, very good. In the United States, I have connections in the Far East. Very good, very good. Very good. Leon says, all of my friends support Liverpool. Well, they shouldn't be your friends then, Leon. I'm only joking. But, yeah, I mean, look, sometimes you have idiotic friends, you know. And there's nothing you can really do about it. So just go with the flow. You'll be grand. You'll be thinking Sevilla are here for the taking now. You know what I mean? But anyway, yeah, let's open this other World Cup, FIFA World Cup sticker pack that we said we were going to. Here's Mahrez coming now. Oh, it's a lovely tackle. Right in the edge of the box. Right, here we go. We got a Liverpool fraud as number 1. Uruguay striker, Mr. Darwin Núñez. We have Contreras, Anthony Contreras. We've got an ex Spurs player for Netherlands, Steven Bergwijn. Petit from Canada. I was going to say Canada there. There we go. And last but not least, we have Daniel Vass from Denmark. So yeah, that wasn't as good, but yeah. Still Kylian Mbappe is the number 1. Here's Bernardo Silva coming out, tries to get it wide. My teacher only likes the Liverpool fans. Well, I think you should report your teacher to your principal. Núñez scored a late goal yesterday, says Janat, and then Mbappe. Paul says, damn man, them cookies on that cookie co-op site are savage looking. They are, Paul. Go check them out. They're really good. They're absolutely brilliant. There's like Kinder Bueno ones and Mintero ones and Terry's chocolate orange ones and all of these. They're brilliant. If you're ever down Kilkenny, in the Kilkenny area, they do stalls on a Thursday and a Saturday, I think, in Kilkenny as well. You can get them fresh, but they do next day delivery, fresh as well, all over the country. City are breaking here. Sevilla especially. Oh, Mahrez is in acres of space on the far side if they can pick him out. Yeah, picks him out. Taking on the full back. Squares it to Foden. Great block. Yeah, see, you're knocking on the door here. Milan 3-0 says Jana. Thoughts on Anthony Martial? I like Martial, I always have. If he could just get some consistency, both. He's after getting his consistency together in relation to... Jesus. In relation to... I'm going to leave off this hat, actually. He's got some consistency in relation to his play and his performances, but he just can't stay fit. If he could stay fit and put a run of games together, he'd be laughing. You know what I mean? He really would. Oh, Jesus, the old hair. You'd be wearing a hat in your hair, it'd just be all over the place, wouldn't it? Anyhow. Leonardo says, thoughts on Varane's injury and the fact he could miss the World Cup. Well, obviously I don't like Varane getting injured because we have games to be played, you know. And right, I'm going to put it this way. If Varane is injured for the World Cup and, you know, misses the World Cup due to injury, but is okay for the start of the league and the start of the season again, I'm all for it. Because I couldn't give a fuck about France in the World Cup, to be honest with you. So it could be a blessing in disguise. Varane being injured, getting an injury. Right, he's going to miss the next 2 or 3 games before the World Cup. But if he does miss the World Cup for France, that can only be a positive for Manchester United. You know what I mean? Leon says, I think we need Ronaldo off the team. Well, look, I'm not going to talk. I think the sooner Ronaldo and Manchester United can part ways, the better, probably. But, I mean, while he's there, you might as well use him. You know, now you don't have to use him in every game. But, and Leonardo, I just realised, I do apologise, if you are French, I don't know if you're French or not. I didn't mean to be overly harsh about saying I don't give a fuck about France in the World Cup. You know, I'm just saying, in relation to a Varane injury, I want him to perform for Man United more so than I do for France. Here's Sevilla. Oh! Ben is in. Good to see you, Ben. Is Kerry close to Kilkenny, Twigs? Not really. Depends where you're going. It's about... Well, in terms of Ireland, it's not close. But probably, if you scale it up to America, it's very close. Like, Kilkenny is southeast and Kerry is southwest. So you're probably... To get to the... If you were to go from Kilkenny to the very far side of Kerry, you'd be talking maybe 3.5 hours, probably, driving. So, but you get to the close side of Kerry in about 2 hours. So it's 1-1 so far here, guys. City and Sevilla. Leonardo, I don't know whether... I'm not going to read out that just because I don't know whether it's true or not. If it is, okay, but if it's not, I won't read it out just in case. Has the game started? Says Scuba. Yeah, it has. There's just over an hour gone, and it's 1-1 at the moment. And Evan says Clara to Kilkenny is about 30 minutes. I think. I'm not too sure. Clara is just outside Kilkenny. Kilkenny is not overly big. It's a small enough city, Kilkenny City, but yeah, Clara is just on the outskirts. Well, maybe not the outskirts. Probably 10 or 15 minutes outside. Just out of interest, actually, I'm going to check eBay to see how much the Kylian Mbappe sticker is worth. there's special ones there as well. They're selling for like 20 quid. Some of them are going for. Well, let me see. Let me check sold. Completed items. There's not an awful lot of them sold. One of them has gone for $116. This one is extra gold. I don't know. I'm going to have to do my research on it. How can you have people on TikTok and on YouTube? So I'm going live on TikTok on my phone, and I'm going live on YouTube on a webcam and a microphone and a laptop. So that's how we do both. So Ben says you're getting the days mixed up. Manchester are playing tomorrow. Chris says just planning my trip to Ireland. You're more than welcome here anytime, Chris. Let me know. We can meet for a pint of Guinness. Evan says next time we're up in Clara, we should meet up somewhere. Maybe we could, Evan. Maybe we could, pal. Where are you from? From Kilkenny. Skamakenna. On the Cats. This game is getting a bit boring now, to be quite honest with you. Not an awful lot going on, but keep smashing the like button for us, guys. Helps out the channel an awful lot. Let's try to get to 5,000 likes on TikTok. Better be more than one, says Chris. Leonardo says the collab we need. If France win the World Cup, Mbappe would be worth a good bit. Maybe so. Maybe so. I'm not going to put him into the sticker album yet. Unless I get a second one. Well, I do have about 40 packets left. So, and that's a lot of stickers. PSG scored. Yeah, I'll give you some updates here now, guys. Looks like De Bruyne is going to come on here for City as well. 3-0 to AC Milan. 2-1 to Chelsea. Dortmund and Copenhagen are still 1-1. Obviously, City and Sevilla are still 1-1 here as well. PSG are gone 2-1 up on Juventus. And Benfica are gone 1-0 up on Maccabi Haifa. And then anyone interested in the Championship, Rotherham are 2-1 up on Burnley. Birmingham and Millwall 0-0. Watford 2-1 up on Cardiff. Sunderland are 1-0 up away to Huddersfield. QPR and Norwich are 0-0. And Stoke are 1-0 up away to Wigan. So, you're all caught up. MUFC says Osman looks rapid. Hopefully we go for him, but prefer Tony. Yeah, I'd be happy with either of them, to be honest with you. I don't think either of them would be out of place in this Manchester United squad. And yeah, Osman has been ripping it up in the Serie A. Now look, obviously it is the Serie A, of course, but you know, Serie A is a lot of, I suppose the Italian league is based around good defending first and foremost. So, you know, to be scoring goals in Italy is no small feat either. So, PSG VAR'd, says or not. Yeah, looks like it. Looks like it. When is United playing Real Sociedad, says Leonardo. We're playing them tomorrow, Leo, at 5:45 UK time. So I'm going to be going live for the game at 5:15 UK time. So if you want to tune in, we're going to be live on YouTube and on TikTok. So make sure you check it out. Jump on in. We'll have a chat. Hopefully we can get the win. I'm really looking forward to it now, I have to say. because we need to win by 2 goals to finish top of the group. Now, look, it's going to be tough. Spain is never an easy place to go to, regardless of who you're playing. MUFC says we need a striker and backup right back in case the low is injured. Aaron Bissaka is pish. We do need a striker. We do need a backup right back. And I would say we also need another centre midfielder, just to add a bit of depth. Osman, isn't he injury prone? I'm not 100% sure, Oliver, to be honest. So, yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. Something I'd have to look into. Freddie says, do you think Tony needs to prove himself a bit more before he gets a big move? Does he? Maybe. I do think he would be coming in and being managed under a very good coach. So, if he is going anywhere, a place like United under Eric Ten Hag would be ideal for him. Leon, I will not spell it because I'm not 5 years of age. So, Freddie says he'll have an inflated price considering he was in Champ 2 seasons ago. Yeah, I mean, I think every player has an inflated price when it comes to when Manchester United come on board. You know what I mean? And I don't know what way that's going to work in relation to the new board in the future. Obviously, people were saying that we spent too much on Casemiro and we spent too much on Martinez. Is any United fan saying that now? Or is any even, City, you're in here. Takes it around the keeper and finishes it. Alvarez, is it? Yeah, 2-1 to City. But yeah, I mean, putting it into perspective now, you're talking about, too much for Casemiro, too much for Martinez. If it had been 20 more million and I knew this was how it's going to turn out, I'd say pay the fucking thing and just get him in, A draw most likely tomorrow, says Jaynad. Oliver says, I don't think we can afford him anyway. MUFC said, I heard Anthony and Sancho never flew to Spain, so probably be Elanga and Garnacho. And do you think we'll get top 4, says Steve? I think we will. Unless we... well, look. If the World Cup wasn't coming, I would say United will get top 4. Yeah, absolutely. But we have no idea how this World Cup is going to affect different teams. Like United could be ravaged with injuries after the World Cup and it's game over. Top 4 is finished. Or, Arsenal, Chelsea, Spurs all have bad injuries and United come out of it basically injury free. Bang. Talking about United pushing for second, Yeah, I do think we'll get top 4. I do. United will always overpace us, Dale. Absolutely. Keep hitting that like button as well for us, guys. And if you're new here, make sure you hit the follow button too. Nearly 350 people watching on TikTok. Make sure you hit that follow button. Daily Manchester United content. We do all of the United watch-alongs. And we're going to be doing the watch-alongs for the World Cup as well. And if anyone wants to pop over to the YouTube channel, we're live there as well. And we've got the new background. It's not this United background. It's the background I'm going to be using for the World Cup. Brand new background. Go over and check it out. We're live on YouTube at the moment. Link is on my homepage, or just type in United Community Channel. You'll find us. Chris says Gakpo and Tony for 80 million. Yep, that would do. What about Jonathan David from Lille? Absolutely, he's flying it as well, and he's probably someone that's going to be on United's radar as well. Leonardo says, don't get me wrong, Tony and Osman are quality players, but we need that poacher number 9 that's in the right place at the right time that loves tap-ins. Yeah, I agree. Youngmin's son having surgery, says Chris. That's not good to hear. What are people saying here on TikTok? Rashi, De Gea, Sancho, Varane not going, so that helps us. Well, I reckon Rashford will probably go. I think Rashford will go. And Varane could go, we don't know how long he's going to be out yet. I don't think we should buy a keeper. We don't have a lot to spend, says Oliver. Well, it's the least of our worries at the moment, I would say. You know. So, yeah. Who do you think United will get in the next round of the Mickey Mouse Europa Cup? I don't know, because the draw hasn't been made yet. So how the fuck am I supposed to know? Who do you think will win the World Cup? That's who I'm shouting for anyway. Viva Brazil! So we're going to be shouting for Brazil in the World Cup, guys. Hit the follow button. We're going to be doing all of their watch-alongs. We're going to be doing loads of watch-alongs. I'm going to try and do a watch-along, if not every day, every 2 days on the channel. So make sure you're hitting the follow button so you don't miss out. And yeah, we do all daily Manchester United content as well. Jock is waiting on Dortmund for 600 beans. Uh-oh. 1-1. Oh, man. That's tough going now. That's tough going if you get let down. Like the video, says Leonardo. Come on, the Danish for the World Cup, says Twigs. And Chris is off. See you tomorrow. See you, Chris. Thanks for joining us again, pal. You're more than welcome. A subscriber to both YouTube and TikTok. Absolute legend. Let's see. Freddie says, no Prem leading up to Xmas. Be terrible. World Cup in winter during daytime will be a shambles. I don't know. I mean, when is the last World Cup game? You know, let's have a look. We're in November now. Is it running into December? Let me see. World Cup final date. So the World Cup final is on the 18th of December. That's a week before Christmas. So we literally have, 3 games of football every day. So I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. I know that, look, the Premier League would be great and all of that. And it would be great, But it's a change. It is a change. But I don't know. I'm kind of looking forward to it. So I am. And then, we'll have a week's break. And maybe 10-day break. And then we're back into Premier League again. So it's going to be helter-skelter. No stopping it. Twig says Denmark and Portugal. Leonardo says Allez les Bleus. Back to back. That would be some achievement. When's the first game? The first game, is it the... I think it's the 11th, is it? No, maybe it's not the 11th, sorry. Let's see. No, because the Premier League is on that weekend. So I think it must be the 21st, is it? Group A. Yeah, so, sorry. Sunday, the 20th of November is the first game. Qatar versus Ecuador in Group A. So obviously there's only one game on the first day, as usual. And then the next day then you have Senegal, Netherlands at 4, Iran, England at 1, and Wales and the USA at 7. So we'll be doing so many watch-alongs for the World Cup. Won't we, bud? Look who I got. Mbappe. Nothing comes close to the World Cup passion, says Leonardo. I agree. It's just a pity Ireland are not in it because, we'd have a great jolly up watching Ireland in the World Cup, but it's just not to be. Just not to be, I'm afraid. First match on Boxing Day after the World Cup, says Janet. Yeah, there you go. So there's not a big delay at all. It's what, 10 days? Not even. Nine days. Argentina, big chance this year, says the truth. To be honest with you, I wouldn't mind if Argentina won it. It wouldn't bother me in the slightest. I'd love to see Messi lift the World Cup. It'd be brilliant. Tommy says, I'll be watching tomorrow's game in Lanzarote, flying out at 8:20. You lucky fucker, Tommy. You lucky fucker. Enjoy though, pal. We'll be here as well if you want to pop in and say hello. Not the most exciting World Cup opener. No, it's not. But the opener is never exciting because it's always the host. And it's always just a kind of a dead rubber kind of game. Twig says, I'm telling you, the Danes will be class and exist if Kerry is see, you're getting your spelling all wrong there, Twigs. If Kerry are the best country, is the best county, sorry. Kerry is a pretty good county, I have to say. It is. It's a pretty good county. It's not as good as Kilkenny though. Kilkenny City is the best city in Ireland. Best city in Ireland. Absolutely. Better than Dublin, better than Galway, better than Cork. You know. Ireland or France, says Leonardo. Well, look. I'll shout for any of the French games, Leonardo, if you're watching, my friend. But if they're playing against Brazil, I'm going to have to go with Brazil. Oh, Mahrez is in here. Strike, 3-1 City, game over. Game over. I was in Paris in 2018 World Cup. Couldn't sleep for one night. I was in France for the 2016 European Championships. I was in Lille for Ireland versus Italy. And we drew 1-1. No, we beat Italy 1-0. We beat Italy 1-0 and qualified for the knockout stages. And it was unbelievable. It was unbelievable. Paul says, I just hope it's not too political, the World Cup. Yeah, it always is really though, isn't it? You just have to kind of put that aside. Twig says, you have about 1 centimetre worth of beaches. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. Your beaches are pretty sweet, in fairness. Down that west coast, West Cork and West Kerry and all, yeah, they're just lovely. They really are. They really are. Thoughts on Connor Wilson saying Ronaldo is no longer the GOAT? He's probably right. Ronaldo isn't the GOAT anymore, is he? It's pretty clear to see, but, like, let me update that score, actually. I didn't update the last one. Yeah, he's probably right. Look, Ronaldo isn't the GOAT anymore. It's not something that's too hard to see, really. It's hard to disagree with him. Who is the GOAT? Well, I mean, sorry. We have to start putting this GOAT word into context. Greatest of all time. He is the greatest of all time, still. He's not the greatest player in the world at the moment, but he's the greatest player of all time until someone knocks him off of that perch and beats his goal-scoring record. Whether that's Messi, whether that's Haaland in 20 years' time if he gets there. So GOAT is greatest of all time, and he will be until someone beats his goal-scoring record. It's as simple as that. Jock says, no more midday Judge Judy. I can't wait for that World Cup, boy. Ben says, World Cup should be good with being mid-season. Players not injured should be peak fitness. Yeah, that's true as well. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, Paul put it perfectly there. So he's the GOAT, but he's not the greatest at the minute, but he's the greatest of all time. So if that makes sense. Bye, Leon. Thanks for joining us, pal. Make sure you hit the follow button as well if you're new, guys. Daily Manchester United content. All of the watch-alongs for United throughout the season and the World Cup. Plenty of content coming in the next few weeks and months. And if you're watching on YouTube and you haven't already done so, shame on you. Hit the thumbs up button. Helps the channel out a ton. Really appreciate it. But, yeah. See, you're just tying with Sevilla here now, keeping the ball. Jenna says it's going to be a long and tough January for Premier League players. Yeah, it is. I think it was the biggest joke of all time putting a World Cup on in the middle of the season. You know, there's no downtime for players, or there's no downtime, you know, there's no rest periods for them really. They're going within the space of a week. I think they're going from finishing up the Premier League to going and playing in the World Cup, and then they're coming back after the World Cup if they go all the way, and they've got what, 9 days, you know, and they're straight back into more Premier League games. And because that gap is there, there's going to be 2 games a week for the remainder of the season if you're in European competitions. So Twigs says him or Messi haven't been the best in the world for a while. No, I agree, Twigs. Paul says, okay, man, gotta go sleep up early in the morning. Thanks again for the watch along. No problem, Paul. Thanks for joining, pal. And Leonardo says, I hope Callum Wilson gets the England call up. There we go. There we go. What game are you watching, says Raz? We're watching City and Sevilla. It's boring enough, to be quite honest. City are dominating. Absolutely dominating. I'll give you the scores on the doors here. Few minutes to go. We've got AC Milan 3-0. That's over. Chelsea just rolling on to 90 minutes now. They're 2-1 up. Obviously, we know Real Madrid by Celtic 5-1. Shakhtar Donetsk lost 4-0 at home to Leipzig. Copenhagen and Dortmund are still 1-1. Jock, I hope they score because he's waiting on €600. I hope Borussia Dortmund score. Sevilla obviously Man City are beating Sevilla 3-1. PSG are beating Juventus 2-1. And Benfica are 5-1 up on Maccabi Haifa. Evan says, I've been so happy you streamed tonight because I was so bored. Well, you're more than welcome, Evan. That's what I'm here for, man. That's what we're here for. But yeah, I mean, look, I'm looking forward to tomorrow's game now as well, guys. For anyone who's new or anyone who's wondering, we're going to be doing a watch-along for Manchester United tomorrow in the Europa League. Final group game. We do need a win. We need to win by 2 goals or more to top the group. And as we know, topping the group is very important because we don't want to go into the round of 32. We want to go straight into the round of the last 16 because, and especially with this year's Champions League, we've got a lot of top teams dropping down. Barcelona, Juventus, Ajax, Atletico Madrid, all dropping down into the last 32 of the Europa League. So I think it's very important that now look, it's not the end of the world if we don't get top of the group, but you know, ideally you do want to be top of the groups. You know, you don't have to play that round of 32. You go straight into the last 16. Better chance of staying in the tournament, and obviously less games as well. Evan says, why can't you stream every night? Because I have a wife and a 17-month-old daughter. So I can't. Is the draw on Friday for our next opponents? I'm not 100% sure, actually. Let me check. Let me see if I can find it here. Oh yeah, there it is. So the draw will be held at 12 p.m. on Monday the 7th. Yeah, so next Monday. Next Monday, the draw will be on at 12 o'clock. So we might even go live for that. We'll see. We might do a live stream for it. And see who we get. Be interesting. But yeah, it'll be live next Monday. So I'll more than likely do that. I love these streams, to be honest. Perfect blend of banter talk and Teo says Twigs. Don't forget the bit of chocolate as well, my friend. We're going to be, you know what? I'm going to be doing more. I'm going to be doing more Call of Duty streams as well on the channel. So make sure you're tuning in for them as well. They'll be a bit kind of spontaneous. I'll just go live rather than scheduling it. So, but if you haven't already, go back and give them a watch. Or even if you can't, just hit the thumbs up button. Because as we know, it helps the channel out an awful lot for me. But yeah, so busy week coming up. So what have we got? What day is today? I'm going to be doing my match predictions and my predicted 11 on TikTok tomorrow. So keep an eye out for that. Brando is in from Trinidad in the Caribbean. Thanks for joining, pal. You're more than welcome. Yeah, so keep an eye out for that. And obviously we're going to be going live for the game tomorrow night. United is watching. Now it's tomorrow evening as well. So it's the early kickoff. Kickoff is 5:45. I hate them kickoffs, to be honest. So I'm going to be going live from 5:15 tomorrow with team news and all of that good stuff. So make sure you're hitting the follow button. Make sure you're hitting the subscribe button, guys. There's the final whistle in City and Sevilla. 3-1 to City in the end. Easy enough. But yeah, if you're new to the channel, guys, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Hit the follow button. If you're watching on TikTok and you haven't already done so, do me a favour. Click the link on my homepage and subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. We do a lot of content over there too. And we're on the road to 2,000 subscribers over there. So I'd really appreciate it if you could help me out and hit subscribe to the YouTube channel. But yeah, we're going to be back tomorrow, guys. 5:15 for Manchester United's game against Real Sociedad in the Europa League. Must win if we want to finish top of the group. So it's going to be an interesting one. But until then, guys, I'll see you then. Thanks to everyone.